Most people say you can't make money teaching yoga. Yoga's not a real job. Yoga doesn't pay enough. It's not realistic to teach yoga as a full time job. People will also say it's not right to charge to teach yoga, that yoga should be given, that yoga should be accessible, that we shouldn't be charging for yoga. Now, there's a lot wrong with this. And really, in modern times in 2026, it's essential that we're making money teaching yoga. So, today I'm going to break down three things. One, what yoga philosophy says about why it would be important for us to make money teaching yoga. So, what the ancient philosophy says. The second thing that I'll break down is what are we getting wrong? Why is this happening? And then the third thing that I'll break down is what do we do about it? So, yoga philosophy and also other mystic philosophies all over the world emphasize how important it is to do two things: to do your work, and secondly, to help others. So I'm just going to pull in the Bhagavad Gita today, but Sufi mysticism says this. Other mysticisms say this. This is like a resonant thing across the world. But I love the Bhagavad Gita, so let's pull some quotes from there. The Bhagavad Gita says, quote, better to do one's own duty, though imperfectly performed, than the duty of another well performed. So it's saying it's better to follow your unique path. It's better to do your work, even if it's imperfect. It's important to do your work. Now, what does this say about yoga as a career? If you know that yoga is the thing you have to offer, the thing that you're most passionate about, it's your work in the world, then the ancient philosophy is saying you got to do it. It's really, really important that you do it. It is important that you are not doing somebody else's work, meaning working in a different field that's not best suited to you. I know so many people who have jobs that are okay, but we know it's not our calling. It's not what we have to offer the world. It's not our passion. It's not the thing we're magnetized to. Of course, if yoga is not what you're magnetized to, this stands the same. So if yoga is not your calling, the ancient philosophy says don't do it. You have to do your duty. So if your duty is to be a farmer, be a farmer. If your duty is to be a great software engineer, be a great software engineer. If your duty is to be a stay-at-home mom, be a stay-at-home mom. So I'm speaking to the people who usually are listening to this kind of work because y'all are drawn to yoga as the thing you want to do most in the world, the work that you know is yours, or as we say, your dharma, your calling. The ancient philosophy says it is essential that you do it. Also, the second piece, this runs across all philosophies all over the world, and I'm sure you've heard this in different areas, but it's important to do work that helps others. Of course, as we evolve, we get to the point where we can help others. Some people are not at a point where they can help others because they're evolving. But as you evolve, you get to a place where you can help others. So if you can help, it's really, 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 really important to help. We know this is what makes a good life is if you help others. I remember it was just like a silly lyric in a song, but I think about it all the time. If somebody remembers where this is from, message me. But it was, if you're worried about your heart, give something away. We know that this is how we find our own contentment and a meaningful life and a good life is when we're helping others and giving something away. So the Bhagavad Gita, to bring it back to the Gita, says the wise should act for the welfare of the world. Let me try again. The wise should act for the welfare of the world. This is not the only place that this was written in philosophy that has stood the test of time. It is really important that we're helping others. Now, if you are not drawn to be a yoga teacher and you're not very good at it because you're not interested in it and you're not studying it and you're not trying to get better, then you're not going to help the world. If you love yoga and you're passionate about it and you're reading all the books and you're listening to podcasts about it like this one, you might get really good at it. And that would be the way you help the world. And that goes for anything. Like if you just are deeply passionate about watercolor painting, that'll be the good that you have to offer the world. If you're deeply passionate about fixing cars, that'll be the good you have to offer the world. Like there's a wide range. We're not going to categorize it as these things help and these don't. Stay at home parents who hardly ever get known and what they do hardly gets shown to hardly anyone. They're still doing just as much good in the world as somebody who's super famous and gets a lot of notoriety. It's all about doing your own duty and doing your own duty well. Maybe all that is you make your backyard into a beautiful garden and nobody sees it. But if you know from your own intuition that that's your duty, that is what you have to offer the world, then that's it. And then, of course, there's nothing wrong with somebody who gets super famous and offers so much good to the world by making music that billions of people listen to, right? There's no value on it. It's the point is you do your own work. Now, if these two things are true, and we're going to buy into it, which for me, if it's ancient philosophy that has been reiterated across many cultures, I'm in. Like they might be onto something. So if we're buying in to it's important to do your own work, your own unique work well, or just do your own work is actually, sorry, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter if it's well or not. You do your own work, you do your own unique path. And then the second thing, that we do things to help others. We live in a world where the way that we get the resources that we need is through money. I've talked about this before. Gift economy sounds cool. If your unique dharma is to go change the economy that we live in, go for it. That's awesome. Change us over to the gift economy. I'll happily participate. That is not my dharma. So we live in a place where we do need material resources. If we're going to spend a lot of time on our own duty and helping others, then it needs to be exchanged for the thing that we need so we can wake back up in the morning and offer what we have to offer in the world. And this is why it's really important that we get paid to teach yoga if that's our dharma. Somehow we need the exchange for the material resources. So it is essential that you are getting your cup filled so that you wake up with a full cup and can go do good work in the world. This makes the world a better place. Yoga teachers being broke and keeping a job that they only sort of like, that's not their dharma, is not good for the world. You have to somehow be able to find a way to spend more time in the thing that gives your life meaning, that helps others, and gives you a passion-driven life. It's essential. So we need money in our current setup. Now, there's something that I really like, that money is a byproduct of putting an insane amount of value out into the world. There is an exchange. When you put a lot of value into give value, people pay for value. They do. And it doesn't really matter what their income level is. Like, think about it. How many times have you bought something you couldn't really afford because it was going to provide a lot of value? You go out to dinner. It's more expensive than you thought it was going to be. You're with friends. You just pay for it, even though it's not the wisest choice. financially, but you're paying for connection to friends and people, and it's valuable to you, so you do it. There's so many examples. You buy a trip to Paris, even though it's not the smartest thing to stay in the nicest hotel, it feels valuable. It's worth it. So people pay for value. People pay for transformation. People pay even if it doesn't seem like they have enough money for it. And when there's that much value, money can be more of a thank you for all this value. I appreciate it. If you put out a lot of value in the world, there's a good chance that you will get the thank you back of here's some money. This is the way money works. We get really confused. I think we wish we were still in a gift economy and we're straddling this line, but it's not our system. Money is not evil. It's just a thank you for putting out this insane amount of value. Now, what are we getting wrong? Why are yoga teachers staying so broke? We are not putting out enough value. And secondly, communicating and asking for the thank you in return. There are so many yoga teachers who we're kind of straddling a line and doing something ish. So we're teaching yoga classes on a schedule and we're teaching a format that we don't love. It's okay. We get to go to the yoga studio. It's fun. We see our friends. We build our community. We feel like we helped a little, but slow flow is not really our thing. We're actually way better at speaking to the 8 limbs of yoga. And that is the thing that we're deeply passionate about and the thing that we're best suited to offer. Or we're teaching yoga at a climbing gym and helping climbers kind of rehab their bodies when really we just had a baby and are really well suited to teaching how to gain ab strength after having a baby. So we're providing value-ish, but not insane amounts of value. And we're not laser focused on our dharma and what we have to offer and our unique path. So that gets to me to what do we do about it? We get really laser focused on our unique path and what we have to offer the world that will offer an insane amount of value. When we're able to do this, this is what I work with on my clients. With my clients, we narrow down what are your unique gifts? What do you have to offer? And when teachers do this, they start to offer these programs that people just can't wait to get into. They're saying, what do you mean I can overcome back pain in 6 weeks? Of course, I will pay for that. Like the impact of having back pain and living with that much back pain is so great that even if you don't have millions and millions of dollars sitting in your savings account, you will find a little bit of money to transform your life to overcome back pain. And that program is going to work really well if it's taught by somebody whose dharma it is to help people overcome back pain because they've experienced it and they've come up with a methodology that successfully helps them overcome back pain. So, of course, that yoga teacher is making $35, $55 teaching at the climbing gym, which is fun and fun. But they're not offering insane amounts of value. They're offering some value. And the world's like, thank you. Here's $45 for 3 hours of work. But when we really narrow in on how do I make this world a better place? How do I get really, really honed in on it? And this can take some reflection, some meditating on it, some sleeping on it, some journaling on it. But the people who do this work and get laser focused are the ones that make a sustainable wage teaching yoga. And there are plenty of people in the world who we get to make a sustainable wage. It just relies on us being a little bit more clear about our own unique gifts that we can offer the world. I hope this was helpful to you. As always, message me if you feel like it. You can message me here or on Instagram. Anytime a yoga teacher reaches out to me, it makes my day. Y'all are the best. Yoga teachers who are passionate about teaching yoga are full of creating life to the fullest and making the world a better place. So if you want to say hi, you'll make my day. Come say hi. I hope you have a beautiful day out there. I'll see you in another episode.